can't turn into a cat. Now, I apologise if this isn't very funny. I practiced on my pet E. coli and unfortunately they don't have lungs. Anyway, as you probably guessed from that, I study biology, I'm doing a PhD. But, you know, biology is that broad thing I say when I don't really want to tell people what I actually do. Because I hope you understand there's more than one type of animal. Because, seriously, if not, I'm talking to primary school children. But, and this is where the first problem is, I actually struggle to pronounce my own field. I'm a virologist or virologist or virology. I study viruses like HIV, Ebola, and the majority of causes zombie outbreaks. Now, basically, a virus is like a fortune cookie. You have a bit of dead material on the outside, and the message on the inside. The difference comes in that I've yet to read a fortune cookie message where I went, oh, that's fascinating. I'm just going to dedicate my life to writing out all these messages and I die of exhaustion. Still, the other thing is, viruses, it's a bit of a question whether they're alive or not. The same sort of question as whether you can pass off the inflatable doll under your bed as your girlfriend. So, why do I go into a field I can't pronounce? Anyone here know how many genes there are in a human genome? Me neither, I had to look on Wikipedia before the show. 250,000. How many genes in hepatitis? XCPS. Little bit of difference. Now, I'll admit, they're not the most exciting gene names. We could have called them Love, Vulcan, Werewolf, Superman. All actual gene names. My favourite one's Vulcan. It's named after the Roman god that Jupiter threw out of heaven for helping his wife. And it's a gene for deformed legs, like the broken legs. Vulcan. Now, he obviously put some thought into it to discover that gene. Probably because it's the gene of flies. And seriously, you're spending your life studying deformed flies. Anything that distracts you from that is a bonus. Anyway, so I should probably tell you actually what I do now. Basically, I take a bit of one virus and add it onto a bit of another virus. So I'm playing with Lego. And what makes the 4-year-olds even more smug is the fact I'm failing to play with Lego. In my defence, the things involved are really, really small. Like, really, really small. Yeah, that's all I have. On the other hand, I'm doing it with genetic engineering, which is great. It's one of the many things which gets to piss off the religious right, and you're playing God. Unfortunately, in this case, instead of sort of Zeus or Athena, I'm playing Ganoia, the god of things who get stuck in drawers. But still, other than that, I work on the electron microscope. Now, you probably have an image of what a microscope looks like. And you know, you look through it and you see light doing things. This works on different principles. This is like trying to study anatomy by taking a gun, shooting someone, and seeing where the bullets move to. What makes this even better is it's the only room in the building that has moon lighting. So someone has a weird idea what you've done to date. Now, I'll admit, there probably are some sexy machines. I mean, having heard some straight men talk, I wonder if straight actually means sexually attracted to cars. Not that I can really comment, since Hollywood's new fascination that everything must be attractive, I now have a zombie fetish. You laugh, you know, that makes the whole zombie apocalypse joke I made earlier slightly more worrying. I give it about, 2, 3, maybe 10 years before I cause a zombie apocalypse to get a date. But still, this is not a sexy machine. I mean, it's in that really sexy off-white, yellowy colour that computers were made in the 90s. And that's covering a 10-foot monument for man's penis. Seriously, the machine is in the shape of those doodles to your friend during your maths book. Now, the worrying thing is, I'm single, so this is the closest thing I have to date is actually in the room with this microscope, the lights dimmed down, romantic music playing in my headphones, serenading the microscope. And I will always love you. Anyway, still, it might be emotionless, plastic, incapable of displaying human emotion. However, it doesn't sparkle, which makes it one step closer to human in Edward Cullen. It also hasn't started looming over me in my sleep. Now, it seems a bit impersonal to refer to my 10-foot phallic boyfriend as the electron microscope from time, so I'm going to call it Moby Dick. After a name an ex gave my penis. I think it's a bit weird to give your own genitalia pet names, let alone someone else's. And I'm not an expert at pillow talk, but generally what turns me on isn't being named, having parts of my genitalia named after a villain from a novel on obsessive revenge. That being said, this is partially biased because, as a biologist, the book sort of annoyed me. Whales aren't fucking fish! I mean, seriously, he dedicates like 22 roughly chapters to how they are, they're not. Anyway, one of those really annoying questions you get asked as a gay man is, so, which views the woman in a relationship? It's like they sort of missed the point. I mean, even the Mormons seem to have got the idea there's two men. It's not like Shakespearean comedy. In every gay relationship, one of us isn't a woman in disguise. Still, in this case, it's definitely me. I mean, the microscope just sits there, doing nothing. Oh, get me the sample. Pull me down. Turn on the monitor. Get that. Run upstairs because you need more nitrogen. Still, before you feel too bad and too sympathetic to me, I did say I worked on hepatitis, i.e. an STD. So every day I go in and I purposely put an STD into my partner. I'm a terrible, terrible person.